Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. On this particular video, I'm going to take you through the logical function that we have in Excel. This is a little bit advanced based on that we have already covered the basic function and the formula that we have. That is the likes of average, count, max, mean, median, mode, and standard deviation. But for the advanced part, we are going to look at the logical part specifically on the if, nested if, the sum if, and the count if. This is for the formula. We are going for the if and the nested if. This is the formula or the syntax. For the sum if, this is the formula. That is the range condition. The count if, we have range condition. Okay, let's start with the first case for the if. For the if, this function if will check whether a certain condition is met. If the condition is true, as you can see, it will return a certain value. If else, it returns another value. Okay, let's go down to the example. So as usual, equal sign. Okay, let me change the color to make it a little bit easy for me to see. So we have then we have if brackets, then we have the condition. If the marks, the total marks are above, so the marks are on J7. If the marks are more than 300, it should give us good. Then otherwise, if else the marks are less than that, it should give us fail. Then you close your if function, then you press the then as you can see, the comment is good since the marks are more than 300. Okay, now to get the rest of the comment, you just drag on this part, then you get the rest of the part. Now for this one, which is less than 300, it's already a fail. So that is how the if function works. If it only deals with two conditions, that is either true or false. Okay, for the case of the other one, that is the nested if. For the nested if the scenario is a little bit different than for the one that you have dealt with, and you need more than two output, you need now to combine more than one function. And you need to note this particular condition. If you need to have two comments, you need to use two if function. If you need to have four comments, you will use how many? You will use 3. So there is a reduction. If 2 comments, 1, 2 if. 4 comments, 3. 5 comment, 4 ifs. Okay, let's dive to the actual thing. So as usual, equal sign, then if, open the brackets, if J7 is greater than 300, what should I get? Comma, I should get good, comma, then if introduce another bracket. If, open another bracket. If J7 is greater than 250, comma, what should I get? Then the comment is I should get pass. Otherwise, if the marks, or else if the marks or the mark is less than 250, what should I get? I should get a failed comment. Then I will close my brackets. For this one, you are trying to close the brackets for the second if. Then the another brackets to close the first if. Then you press the enter button. Okay, let me try to drag this one and see what I will get for the rest. So as you can see, this one is a 282, so this is a pass. Any mark that is less than 250, it's a fail. So that is how you work with the nested if. Another very important key thing to note on nested if is that any open bracket should always be closed at the end. Then another point, if 3 comments are given, 2 if functions are written. Therefore, if 8 comments are to be displayed, 7 if function will be nested. Then another thing to note is that between an if function and the comment, between let me try the if condition and the comment for this one, we should always have a comma, this comma that we have here, as you can see. Then another point, instead of the space, a comma can also be used. Okay, let's move now to the next part. So we have covered if and the nested if and how each of them works. Okay, let's move to the sum. Sum is quite different compared to the if. And for the sum, this function will add values. Will add values in a range of cells that meets a specified condition and returns the results. And as you can see, this is the syntax for the sum if, range, and the condition. Okay, let's assume that we want to get the total or the sum of students who managed to get a certain above maybe 80 marks in mathematics. So what I'll need to do, let me change this one to equal sign. Then what do I need? I need to have sum if, then open the brackets, the range. The range is from E, it's from E7 to, let me drag this one, I prefer to drag to make my work easy, all the way to E22. Then we have the comma, then we have the range, then we have the condition. So the condition, open the brackets, I will want to sum up any mark that is above or greater than 80 in mathematics. Then I close the brackets, then I close that part, and I press the enter. So the total marks that are above the 80, that is how many do we have? We have 88, 90, 87, and 87. So it should sum up to, or should total to 352. Okay, let's move to COUNTIF. And for the COUNTIF, this function will count elements in a range of cells which meets a given condition or criteria. And the general format or the syntax, as you can see, is supposed to be COUNTIF, range, and the condition. Okay, let's go to example. So as usual, equal sign. Then we have a count. Let me change the equal sign, then we have the COUNTIF. Open your brackets. You can as well as close the brackets immediately. Oops. Then we write down our condition. Now we have said that for this one you are trying to count elements in a range of cells that meet a certain condition. Now let's assume that you want to count the number of elements or the number of mathematics, the students who managed to score above the 80. So I will have condition is from the range is from E7 all the way to E22. Then we have the criteria or the condition. The condition is with a mark, the number of students who manage to get mark greater than 80. Then you press the enter. So as you can see, only for students, try to make it a little bit large. So as you can see, only 4 students managed to get a mark more than 80. That is this one. Where is it? For Agnes, David, Betty, Wesley, and lastly the Clinton. So that is how we do when it comes to the COUNTIF, the SUMIF, the if, and the nested if. It's a very simple steps. So if you guys, if you happen to be new on this particular channel, don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button below. Thank you. If you have any question, don't hesitate to write it down in the comment section. I will get back to you as soon as I see your question or your query. Thank you, and bye bye.